Winter weather has surely been making its presence known here in North Dakota over the last couple of weeks.
Meteorologist Stone Schaefer is breaking down some of those winter terms you hear our KX Storm team talking about in this week's Weather Wise.
So to start off, I wanted to remind everyone that the National Weather Service has simplified a few of our watch, warning, and advisory terms, simplifying more of our temperature terms. So they've turned an extreme cold watch and a wind chill watch into an extreme cold watch. They've turned our extreme cold warning and wind chill warning, combined those into an extreme cold warning, and they've turned a wind chill advisory into a cold weather advisory. Now, there's been some confusion with this. It's going to take some time to get used to, and just because you don't see the word wind chill anymore when it comes to these watches, warnings, and advisories doesn't mean they've gotten rid of them. We still have to factor in wind chills, but they wanted to simplify it so that when we have days where maybe the cold air is very cold, but our wind chills are not that bad, they can still issue these advisories when we drop our air temperatures. And I also want to give a refresher on some of our severe weather terms when it comes to winter time. To start off, it's sort of the big one of the winter, that blizzard warning. It's where we see sustained or frequent wind gusts of 35 miles per hour or higher with visibilities of less than 1/4 of a mile for at least 3 hours expected. That's the big part. 3 hours expected, at least. It could be longer. We do see that maybe a few days with some of those blizzard warnings. We have a winter storm warning. That's where 6 inches of snow is expected in 12 hours or 8 inches of snow expected in 24 hours. And we could have about a half an inch of accumulation of sleet. Again, mixed precip and blowing snow is what gives us some of those winter storm watches and warnings. We also have an ice storm warning. That's where we expect a 1/4 of an inch or more of ice accumulations. We have extreme cold warnings. That's where wind chill values or air temperatures are 40 degrees below zero or less. And then we also have snow squall warnings. There's been some confusion with these as well this winter. Snow squall warnings, an intense short-lived burst of heavy snowfall that leads to a quick reduction in visibility. So what makes them different from a blizzard? It's that timing. Again, a blizzard needs to be 3 hours or longer, where that snow squall warning is only going to be for a few minutes. So another tip I want to talk about is that ice thickness. Make sure you're checking ice as you're getting out there at this time of year. If it's 2 inches or less, stay off. If we're getting about 4 inches, you can go ice fishing with your own body weight. We talk about 5 to 6 inches. That's where snowmobile and ATVs can go on the ice. 8 to 12 inches, you're looking at cars and small trucks. And once we get to 12 to 15 inches plus, that's where you can get those medium-sized trucks going out in the ice. And some of those winter safety tips that you can think of, especially when it comes to these things. We're talking about outside. Maybe make sure you're dressing for conditions. Limit that time outdoors if you have to. Check on others and watch for icy areas. When we talk about your home, check your furnace, your chimneys, check your monoxide detectors, and insulate exposed pipes so they don't freeze up. When it comes to your car, make sure you check your battery, your tire pressures, have jumper cables on hand, and make sure you have a blanket or a weather safety kit, a winter safety kit there in your car. And when it comes to your pets, well, bring them indoors if you can. Provide shelter outdoors for those outdoor pets. Provide fresh water and keep salt away from your pets, as it could be toxic to them at this time of year. And remember to continue to send in your questions so I can answer them here weekly on WeatherWise.
You can do that by going to kxnet.com, clicking on Weather, then WeatherWise.
There you will see a link that lets you submit your question.